Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Frank Poulin, and today we're going to be at the East Suffolk Recreation Center talking about all the classes Parks and Recreation has to offer and how you can work to get fit in the new year. We'll be back right after this. We're here at the East Suffolk Recreation Center with Mike Frickanisce, fitness specialist, and we're here today to talk about just kind of what kind of activities Parks and Recreation has to offer.
Right, sure.
What can you explain to us about what type of offerings you have for adults?
Sure. Well, we have many recreation opportunities for adults. Besides being able to use our parks, our regional parks and our local parks, you could come to the East Suffolk Recreation Center and we have classes, for instance, line dancing.
Okay.
That is available to all adults. Very popular class on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We have an adult aerobics class, which is also very popular, also on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That is a class that's chair-based, but some participants will sit in the chair or they'll stand next to it.
Okay.
We also offer fitness assessments. Those are free for all adults. Actually, for anybody that's 16 and over. The Fitness Center is available to anybody that's 16 and over. So you can get a free fitness assessment that sort of gives you a baseline of where you're at for your physical fitness, and it's a great way to set goals. Then we can use that information to develop a program plan for you. So again, for anybody that's 16 over, we can help you write a personalized program plan that helps you fit your goals based on that assessment. So based on where you are for fitness and your health at that time. Then we offer personal training also, hourly, or you can purchase a package of 10 personal training sessions. And the individual can work with the trainer and set up when they want to use their personal training. And that's typically about 2 days a week. So you can do personal training with us as well. We also have a boot camp class coming up in January. That's a very popular class. It fills up. We typically get about 30 people that sign up for that one, and it's a great time. That's a medium intensity exercise program that sort of mixes strength, cardio training, flexibility, all together. One night a week for 8 weeks long. Really good program if you want to find something different to do as far as physical activity. And we also have a Zumba class coming up again in January, another very popular program. Zumba is an aerobics, group exercise aerobics program where the participants will be moving non-stop, so they'll get their heart rate up for about 45 minutes.
Great, yeah.
And it's set to Latin music, but often the instructor will use a variety of music, so maybe hip-hop, maybe Latin music, but that's another great way to get physically active. That's also going to be that'll actually be Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights. We have a Get Up and Get Out program that is in progress throughout the year. We do that in 6-week sessions. And we have another class starting up in January. That is actually, it's adult and child. And the reason I mention it now, because it's our childhood obesity prevention program. That is for children 6 to 17 with their parents, guardians, or caregivers. So it's a family-centered program.
It's kind of both getting healthy together.
Absolutely, because we use the family because we do nutrition counseling and we do physical activity education along with exercise. And so to help the child learn healthy eating and exercise habits or physical activity habits, which they need the support of the family in order to use throughout their lifetime. So it's a family-centered program. So we'll get young children in, parents and sometimes grandparents to come along with kids for that. That is free and open to the public. All you have to do is contact me to register for that program. It's terrific. We have a registered dietitian who comes in on Monday nights and discusses healthy eating. We have a cooking demonstration that goes along with that. We have a visit to Farm Fresh where the participants will choose their dinner menu based on what they've learned in class. And on Tuesdays and Thursday nights, they'll meet with our fitness assistant and they'll exercise.
That sounds like a great program.
They learn a lot of different ways to get physically active. We also have the fitness center itself, which is available to anybody that's 16 and up. We have an open gym available here every night, so you can come play basketball. The idea is we want to figure out or help you become physically active or help you move your body, and Parks and Rec has a lot of different ways to do that. So you could simply come here to play basketball. You could come here to walk laps in the gym. You can come here for exercise on our equipment, strength training equipment, or our cardio equipment. You could get something structured for yourself with personal training, or you could join one of our group exercise programs. Those are many of the different things we have available for adults.
That's great. And now most of these take place here?
Yes,
Okay.
most of them take place here. For children, at our other sites, we have also other things like our athletics.
Okay.
In progress right now, we have a basketball league that's going on, and we have an indoor soccer, youth soccer league. And the reason I mention at other sites is because those will take place at our joint use facilities.
Okay.
For instance, at Creekside, Mac Bend, Northern Shores Elementary, where those happen,
Okay.
and then that'll happen throughout the spring. That's a winter-spring event there.
And now there's a new recreation center opening too.
Yes.
Or under construction.
Absolutely.
That they just broke ground on.
Very proud of the work that's now happening on the Whaleyville Community Center, which is Robertson Elementary School being repurposed.
Oh, great.
And turnkey or opening should happen in the fall of 2014.
Okay.
And it's going to be a facility very similar to what we have here at East Suffolk Recreation Center.
Oh, awesome.
So there'll be a senior center there. There'll be multi-purpose rooms. We're actually going to have a dedicated group exercise room there so that we can have our boot camp and Zumba classes and spin class. We're going to have some spin cycles there.
Oh, great.
So we'll have a spin class there for adults. There will also be another fitness center very similar to what we have here. So you can come on in and get your cardio training, your strength training done right there. It's about 2,500 square feet, very similar equipment that we have here. It's going to be a terrific facility.
And this is all kind of state-of-the-art equipment too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Spared no expense. So when you think about the recommendation for physical activity or moving your body, we'd like you to do some sort of aerobic exercise where you elevate your heart rate for about 30 minutes a day or about 150 minutes a week, moderate intensity, which is kind of like jogging or a nice brisk walk. Some type of strength training twice a week. And for older adults, maybe some kind of balance training. We've got everything you need to do that right here.
Oh, that's great.
So there's many different ways you can get that done, but if you need to come here and get that done, we've got all that for you, and we're going to have that in Whaleyville as well.
Okay, now how do you go about joining one of these facilities?
Just come on in here to the front desk at East Suffolk Recreation Center, or you can do it next door as well, and you talk to our office assistant right up at the front desk. Registration is simple. You can get it done in less than 5 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
And now what are the hours of the facility?
East Suffolk Recreation Center is open from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m.
That's great hours.
Monday through Friday, absolutely. And Saturday, 8 a.m. to noon. And it's convenient because we do get a lot of people that work different shifts, or they'd like to get their exercise done first thing in the morning before they go off to work. And we've got a very steady crowd that comes in here at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, well, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Now, you talked a little bit about the fitness assessment. What does that entail if I'm trying to just start out?
If you're just starting out, a fitness assessment is a good idea. Now, you could do your own self-assessment. For instance, you could ask yourself, am I sedentary? Am I a smoker? Do I have any chronic diseases like hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, osteoporosis? Do I have any back pains, joint pains, recent surgeries? Answering yes to any of those means you should probably see your healthcare provider before you start any kind of exercise program. If you come to us, that is essentially part of what the fitness assessment entails. We'll discuss your background information, general medical history. We'll have you fill out some paperwork on that and go through those details, and may recommend that you see your healthcare provider first. But then we'll look at a small portion of overall physical fitness. Some of the stuff that you don't get in your doctor's office, they'll take care of your blood work and your numbers and things. And then we'll look at resting heart rate, your BMI, body mass index, basically a ratio between body fat and lean tissue, help you set goals if your goal is weight loss. Then we'll look at your strength, muscle endurance, cardiorespiratory fitness, flexibility. Use all that information and your background information to help you put together a plan.
That's awesome.
That we can do with you, or you can do on your own.
Take and run with it on
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now these are awesome classes. How does someone go about registering for them?
Again, come right up here to the front desk at East Suffolk Recreation Center, or the building immediately next door to us, our administration building, or some of our programs, some are available online. So if you go to the City of Suffolk website, you go to Parks and Recreation, some of them are available for registration online. For instance, our leagues that are in progress right now, the basketball, the youth soccer, those were available online.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, you heard what Suffolk Parks and Recreation has to offer. We'll be right back to talk about what you can do in the new year to get fit. Welcome back. We're still at East Suffolk Recreation Center with Mike Frickanisce, and we're here to talk about today how you can get fit in the new year. Now, Mike, a lot of people, when the new year rolls around, they decide, I'm going to get fit, this is the year to do it, and they have some goals that sometimes maybe aren't attainable.
Yes.
What would you kind of recommend if I said I want to get fit in the new year? What would be the best way to attack it?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'd like you to start thinking about it in terms of how can I move my body instead of what exercise do I need to do. And if you use your imagination, there are many different ways to do that. And keep in mind, though, that there's no one-size-fits-all plan. So, for instance, I can't tell you this is what you should do, and it's going to work for you no matter what. So don't let anybody tell you that if you do this, you will get healthy or you will lose weight. But one of the most important things you should do is identify what your personal motivation is. Why do you want to get fit? Is it for well-being? Is it for emotional well-being? Is it for weight loss? And what I recommend most importantly, it should be for fun. So, for instance, if you can identify a way to move your body that is enjoyable, you have a greater chance of sticking with it. For example, there are two programs that we offer here at East Suffolk Recreation Center that we mentioned previously, line dancing and our adult aerobics classes that have very large, loyal followings. They have terrific instructors, and it's been very successful as long as we've been open because they really enjoy it. So they keep coming back. So that's great. Check. 2 times a week, they're able to do some sort of aerobic exercise with a little bit of strength training.
So to start these classes or anything, what kind of advice would you give to different age groups if they were going to start one of these programs?
Sure. Now, most people should have no problem starting a group exercise or a personal training program. But before you get into that, I do recommend that you conduct an assessment or have an assessment done. Again, you can have that done right here at East Suffolk Recreation Center. We can do that for you. That's free. You may be able to do a self-assessment, or you may have to see your healthcare provider before you get started. For children, generally we just want kids to go out and move their body. As we spoke about earlier, general recommendation for physical fitness is you do some sort of strength training for muscles and bones. You do some sort of aerobic exercise for your heart health and to maintain a healthy weight. Flexibility to maintain mobility in your joints, and possibly some sort of balance training for older adults. A lot of different ways you can move your body and accomplish those things. For kids, simple play is the best way to have that, to accomplish that. So kids don't need any kind of structured program. It's great if they can take advantage of programs that we offer like basketball and youth soccer, but getting out and play and going to our parks, our local and regional parks, is one of the best things kids can do to cover all those areas of physical fitness. And after you've done that, I recommend, again, it doesn't guarantee success, but I recommend that you come up with a plan. For instance, the plan would include your goals that we touched on earlier. Your goals may be, for instance, weight loss, and understand that a safe and effective weight loss is typically about 1 to 2 pounds per week. Again, that doesn't guarantee success. You may lose more than that. It doesn't mean you're not going to be successful. Or, for instance, you may say, in 6 months, if I'm overweight now and I were to lose about 5% of my body weight, I could see drastic health improvements with things like my blood pressure, numbers like that could come down. Or it may be very simple, like my goal is to visit the fitness center twice a week. My goal is to go for a walk 3 times a week. My goal is to drink an extra glass of water a day and 1 less sugary drink a day. But your goals are a very personal thing. So if you use what is going to motivate you, that may help you with success for your program. And I highly recommend that you involve your family and friends with your goals. So they can provide you a support system. So encourage you, you're doing great, you're looking good. On those days when you don't feel like going to the fitness center, you don't feel like going to a walk, maybe you can have somebody that can help you out or motivate you to get out of the house.
Let's go together.
Absolutely, let's go together. You should also understand and recognize that there will be setbacks and there are barriers to whatever your goals are, achieving your goals. And if you try to plan for those setbacks or barriers or overcoming those obstacles, you may be more successful. For instance, what am I going to do if the weather's bad? What am I going to do if I'm feeling under the weather? What am I going to do if I can't get to the fitness center, for instance? And you set yourself up more for success that way. And be flexible. So for instance, when you set your goals, don't be tough on yourself. I tell people a lot of times, if you've made it to the gym twice this week and your goal was 3 or 4 times, you've done a great job, pat yourself on the back. And if you find that going to the gym in the morning is not working for you, again, be flexible. Maybe you can come during lunchtime. Maybe you can come in the afternoon. Maybe you can break it up.
So do whatever is more comfortable for you.
Absolutely.
This way here your goals are a lot more achievable.
Absolutely. It's, as far as success goes, you may be more successful if your program, your plan, your goals fit your lifestyle. What can I do? Can I go for a walk? Do I live in a neighborhood where I can go for a walk? When can I get to the gym? I may work a different shift where that makes that difficult, so I have to figure out something else. Maybe it has to happen before work, during lunch, after work. So try to make it fit with your lifestyle and experiment when you begin this in the new year with different times of the day and see what works best. If I come in the morning, will I still be able to get ready and make it to work on time, for example? And then I highly recommend that you celebrate small victories. So be proud of yourself. When you lose 1 pound, that's actually very successful. 1 to 2 pounds is great because 4 to 8 pounds in a month, 32 pounds after 4 months, I mean, that's pretty good. That's actually very good. Losing a dress size, being able to do 1 extra push-up, 5 more minutes on the treadmill. These are all actually really good things. So celebrate those small victories. Be realistic with your goals. For instance, the weight loss, if you lose 1 to 10 pounds per week and you've lost about 30 after 6 to 8 months, that's pretty good. You can probably anticipate that the weight loss may start to plateau a little bit and you might have to make some adjustments. Your body has gone through a lot of changes as far as the amount of muscle and body fat you're carrying, and you might have to adjust. But you'll probably realize that some other things have really changed. So maybe your blood pressure is more under control. Maybe you're able to better control your diabetes or your cholesterol, or you're able to control your arthritis. So there are other things you can look at.
During the day.
Absolutely. Less anxiety, more energy, you're sleeping better. So there are other things to look for. The reason why I say that is often people get very, very focused on weight. And that is an important goal for many people. But if you stop, take a step back and look, you'll see that you are making a lot of different changes you can celebrate.
Now, in that success period, now, what would you say, besides the gym, the type of food you should be eating or the other stuff you should be doing to supplement your exercise regimen?
That's a great question because you can't exercise your way to a healthy weight. You have to have a good nutrition plan, so you have to eat well. When we say you should get your moderate intensity aerobic activity 150 minutes a week and strength training twice a week and a little bit of flexibility and balance training, and that's wonderful and that'll make you healthier. But if you want to reach and maintain a healthy weight, you're going to have to develop good eating habits. And I highly recommend the best place to start is with MyPlate. So if you go to choosemyplate.gov, what used to be Food Guide Pyramid, and before that was a 4 squares, that'll give you a really good sound foundation for basic nutrition principles. Also, if you need to, see a registered dietitian or a nutritionist. All
right, and now with the age of technology, are there any type of technological apps or anything like that that can help you achieve these kind of goals or stay on track?
Absolutely. There's a lot of different apps, and without naming any of them by name, I could probably help you out if you come in. But there's many of them out there, and many of them are free, which will help you, for instance, track your eating habits and your physical activity habits.
So this way here you can have it in a one-stop kind of shop, so you know exactly what you're doing so you can stay on track. Now, are there any other tips you'd recommend for the new year?
Well, set goals for yourself. Come on in and talk to me if you'd like to discuss how to set goals.
Okay.
Pick something you enjoy.
Got it.
That's one of the most important tips. And again, I can't stress enough that if you need to see your healthcare provider, do that and go have a conversation that sort of goes like this. Hey, I'm going to start an exercise program. Are there any limitations I should have or anything you recommend that I do?
Now, do you have a phone number? How can people contact you if they watch this and say, I'm ready?
Yes, you can contact the fitness center at 514-4505 and talk to myself or our other trainer, or you can call my office, 514-4504.
Okay.
Or we're also listed under Parks and Recreation website under City of Suffolk. If you go to Meet the Trainers, you'll see my site with all my background information.
Oh, great.
And you can email me through that.
Well, that's awesome. Thanks for joining us here at the East Suffolk Recreation Center with Mike Frickanisce, and enjoy your new year, and thank you again for watching On the Scene.